It is Tuesday, 18th of June, and you're in business with me, Tanvi Shukla. Now, with trade gap widening and the current account deficit rising, the government's focus now is on cutting gold imports. We put the spotlight on economy with D.K. Joshi, principal economist, CRISIL, joining us now. Mr. Joshi, thanks for taking your time out. The trade data that came out today, skyrocketing over $20 billion back to the levels that we saw in January. And gold, of course, they're heavily weighing down as far as our imports are concerned. Where do you see it moving from here? Do you really see it easing off in any significant way when the data for June comes out?
Yeah, I think the gold imports have been exceptionally high, and I think a couple of reasons for that. One, I think there was the prices went down, so there was front loading of gold purchases, and there was also expectation that there are some duty restrictions coming up. So I think because of this, my sense is that the gold imports have got bundled together significantly in the first 2 months of this fiscal year. And I think going ahead, this kind of surge in gold imports clearly cannot be sustained, and as the restrictions come into effect, the gold imports are going to slow down. So trade deficit will correct going ahead, I mean, from these levels.
Traditionally, the Indian psyche is to keep on buying gold. Difficult to really ban the buying of physical gold. Mr. Joshi, in your opinion, what more measures can the government really take to reduce these imports?
Well, I think, as I said, there is the gold imports are going to come down on their own. I think one, because of restrictions that have a temporary effect. The second is, I think the inflation itself is coming down, so the requirement of gold as a hedge against inflation, I think that's going to come down in the next few months. So I don't see the appetite for gold reducing very significantly. I think that's a cultural issue, I think, but the surge that we saw suddenly in April and May, I think that's definitely going to correct. And for controlling gold imports, I think the restrictions, etc., don't really work, I mean, over the long run, because then people gradually move towards other activities like smuggling, etc., which tends to increase when you impose high restrictions on gold imports. So I think it could be a short-term fix. I think over the long run, I think the basic issue is a high current account deficit caused by a high trade deficit. I think we have focused on imports, and to some extent rightly so, but I think we should not lose sight of exports. I mean, the data that came out yesterday, exports haven't done well at all, and there is a need to push the exports up. I think that's also where our focus should be.
I was actually going to ask you just that. We've actually seen exports fall when the data came out yesterday. Do you believe that the government is clearly not doing enough when it comes to boosting exports?
Well, I think export is a matter of concern. I think one of the reasons why exports is not getting a boost despite currency weakening is that the demand is in the global economy, particularly in Eurozone, is quite weak, and we still import quite a bit to Eurozone. And I think export items like textiles, chemicals, etc., which Eurozone imports from us, I think they're definitely taking a beating because of very weak growth there. I think we have diversified away from US and Europe to other economies, but I think in the current environment, I think that diversification can only help to a certain extent. So I think what we essentially need is a strategy to improve the competitiveness of our exports, particularly where I think our advantage is reducing in, for instance, textiles, etc. We are losing out to other economies. We have a natural advantage there. I mean, we produce so much of cotton, but we are exporting cotton to other countries who are making textiles and competing with us. So I think there are many issues where I think where focus is required as far as exports are concerned, because otherwise I think bringing imports down sharply will be a difficult thing to do in the current environment. I mean, because it's not only gold. I mean, you're seeing pressure from gold right now, but I think there is a consistent pressure that will emerge from coal imports, because I think the domestic coal scenario is not that great, and the power plants do require coal. So I think there are certain pressure points from the import side which we'll have to live with. But I think so here what becomes important is to improve the competitiveness of our exports, I think for a medium-term sustainability.
Mr.
We
Joshi,
do believe that current account deficit in 2013-14 will definitely be lower.
Mr. Joshi, just then very quickly, inflation is expected to rise up in the latter half of the year. We're still seeing the weakness in the currency continuing. Do you think that gradually the case for further rate cuts this year is just becoming more and more weak?
Well, let's see where the currency settles. I think there's a lot of noise behind currency depreciation right now. I think one of the reasons was a high trade deficit, which is going to correct. But I think the other reason was also what kind of policies Fed is going to follow. And I think tomorrow or day after tomorrow they have a meeting where I think we'll see some more clarity on this issue. I think what happens to global risk appetite, what happens to capital inflows, I think they matter a lot at this juncture when we run a very high current account deficit. So the currency call and its impact on inflation, I think will be guided more by global liquidity situation and the risk appetite there. So I think let's wait for some more time before we become conclusive on where the currency is headed.
All right, Mr. Joshi, we leave it at that. Thank you so much for joining us today with your thoughts on overall where the economy is headed. Time now for a short